All right. Hey guys, we're back. Table's been cleared out. Now we are back to continuing the Maximus dungeon, which is our character name. And we are a little closer for you guys. We are right here in room 12 where we left off. There's an automated turret that's firing, that would fire arrows at us if we were to move around. So it is motion activated through some magical meaning. And there's I think we have shelves here of armory and weapons. So some worthwhile loot, but obviously guarded by an automated turret. So we want to get to this door, but we also want to get here. And we just picked up that blue gem that's in our inventory below. That's our current character sheet that I have currently. And then, yep. So we'll continue on. Let's roll to see if we can. Let's see if I have anything I can use against this turret. I have a scroll of fire, which I believe I already used. I think I used scroll fire already. I don't remember in the last episode. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say we did. I'm gonna take that off my inventory because those are one-time use. At least in my eyes they are. I still have scroll of ice though, so I think I'm gonna use scroll of ice against the turret. So let's see what the health is. Scroll of ice is a D6, 20 feet away, 20 feet of range, or actually 20 feet of radius. I think exactly. I was not exactly uh, descriptive of that, but let's roll to see what the help would be, or it can be our decision. We can do, let's say it's a D6, so it'll be 6 health, and then we need to roll uh, a action. We got to roll the dice to see if we can use our scroll. So let's go ahead and roll to see if we are successful using the scroll. Nice, 8 plus. I think let's see if magic is tied to anything. I think magic would be tied to. How does that work in D&D terms? Let's see. Just trying to see if magic would be tied to. I didn't use a trait before, but I wanted to try one now. I think wisdom most likely or intelligence, but they're both the same. So plus one, we'll say it's 9, which is a uh 9 is a partial success. So it'll be half damage for the first go. So let's roll for damage, which it's gonna be a D6, the ice. 4, so that's 2. So 2 damage. So now the turret is down to uh it's down to 4 right now. 4 HP. I'm writing this down below. And then it fire back. Let's see. I'm most likely we're gonna treat this as an encounter. Does it fire back? 6, 7, 8. It does, but it's half damage. So let's see how much damage it does to us. 4, it does 2 damage. We have 1 armor, so we take 1 hit because it's motion activated. Um, but scroll of ice has been used, so I gotta take that off my inventory. And then now I have the battle axe. I'm going to use my shield to rush in and strike the turret. Finishes off. It has a remaining health of or hit points of 4. So let's roll to see if we can do that with our with no modifiers actually. Well, we are a survivor in athletics, so this is skill, so it's automatic. It's not a miss. So 6, 7, 8. It's a partial, which means it's going to be a half damage. Okay, let's roll. Battle axe is 2d6 plus 2 plus our 2 melee. 8, so we don't even have to consider the math. It's been defeated. So the turret collapses, breaks apart. We got past the turret. Okay, and now we still have our 2 guides with us, our 2 companions, or hirelings as the game calls it. And we are going to loot the shelf. So let's see how much of that loot is actually interactable. Let's roll our loot icon a couple times, because if it's a whole shelf, I'm going to say there's quite a few things on there. We have potion. So let's say there's a healing potion on here. I'm going to add that to that. We'll say healing potion is a D4. Let's say D4 plus 2 on that, and then we'll do two more. Another gem, a jewel is. Let's see what color this jewel is. I'm gonna say, hmm, I don't know if the color matters or not. It's actually not a jewel. It's going to be a bracelet. So, or not a ring. Let's say this can be a ring, even though there is a ring on here. The jewel. Let's say it's a necklace. I don't think there's a necklace symbol on here. I think there's enough new jewels. So let's say it's a necklace that has a jewel on it. So it's a necklace, and it is the necklace magically endowed. Let's see. It is. Okay, so 4 to 1. One is no. Four is yes. So I'm gonna say it's a necklace of protection. Let's say, yeah, let's say it's a jewel of protection. So perhaps it's going to be jewel. If we wear this jewel of protection, it protects us against magic, essentially. Let's say it's armor of class of +1. So now we have 2. I'm gonna add my armor to 2. Beef up my character here. So we have 2 armor, jewel of protection. That's a necklace we're wearing around our neck. And then the last one will be another potion. I think that's a potion. Yep, that's a potion. However, this will be. We already have a potion. I think it's going to be in a not an elixir. Something for poison, perhaps. Let's see. It's like a poison deterrent. I'm going to say poison. Maybe it's a liquid. I don't, is it going to be you know, what it could be like a flask. Oh, it's partially empty. So it's partially used oil flask. So it's just a basically a jar. Oil, let's say oil flask, but it's half used, so it's half effective. Half. Okay. That's how I interpreted this 5 to 5 roll. Okay, so that's all we can really loot. Is there anything else in there? I'm gonna say unlikely. Yep, there's nothing else in there. So let's scoot this over so you guys can see it a little more. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna go to this door and see if it's locked. Is this door gonna be locked? Let's see. It is trapped. So I'm sorry, it's locked. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm using my Oracle to answer the question when it's right here on the sheet. I'm sorry. I've been doing my old Oracle today. Let's just roll the D6 to see what the condition of the door is. 3. It is unlocked. Okay. So we walk through here. We're going to open this door slowly. And what do we see inside? Let's see. Explore die. 5. Danger. And this danger is going to be 6. A monster of tier 2 level. Okay. So we have another monster fight. This monster will be the following tier 2 monster out of these 3 columns. 4. I think at this stage of the map, we're at going to be probably at creatures. Not unnatural yet, but it's another oozing moth. Okay. Let's say it's an oozing. We did orb last time. We had an orb. We've done oozing moth. I'm going to say it's a large cockroach. It's a large roach, basically. So, fudging the rules just a bit. Let's go to our character sheet. We're now battling a large roach. Think of like, yeah, we'll just do a large roach. So right down here, okay, the large roach will be a difficulty of 3d4, so 4, 8, 12 HP, and then 3d4 is the damage it can do. All right, so the guild is behind me. The guides are behind me. We're going to who attacks first? Let's see who attacks first. We attack first based on this 5-1. All right, I'll take that. Okay, we're gonna roll an attack. We can't miss a survival. 7. Okay, that's a partial. 7's a partial, which means half damage on our part. So we'll swing our great axe at it. Okay, 3 to 6. So that's 9. Half a 9 was like I usually round down or wrap, whichever. So half a 9, we'll do uh 4. We'll do 5. So 5 damage plus the 2 here. So 6, 7, and then plus the melee, 8, 9. So 9 damage. We really hurt this guy. So it's down to 3 now. Okay, now it strikes. Let's see how it does. 4, 8. It does have a partial hit on it. It's a half damage, and it is a 3d4. It's a 3d4 monster. So we gotta draw 3d4 dice from my little collection here. I wish I had 3 reds for that. Let me see if I do actually. I have a little collection of dice here off to the side. I'm pretty sure I do have a third. I do actually have more than I thought. There it is. So we'll take one back in the pile there. Like I said, like I always say, I like using red for enemies. Red versus blue, blue versus red. Okay, it's going to attack us at half damage. 3, 6, 4. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 5. We take 5 damage minus 2 of our armor, so we take 3 damage. 4, 3, 2. So we're down to 12. Okay, good. 12, that's not bad. I'll take especially at this stage, even if I did seem to heal pretty well. We'll put this off to the side. Okay, now we strike. Are the guides going to attack? Are they cowardly in the back, or are they going to attack? 5. They are going to attack. Okay, so they have general knives. Let's see how the first guide does. 5-1 is a pretty good ratio, so I'd say they both are going to attack. The first guide, he'll strike. Does he miss? Does he get it? 5, 6, 7. He barely gets it. Half damage. So let's roll for his d6 plus 1. The first guide has an axe. I gave him an axe. 6, half of that's 3. So, oh, okay. He defeats the large roach. All right, that roach has been defeated. Let's see how. Let's see. Did the roach drop anything? Let's do our loot. Did the roach drop anything? It did not. It did not. Unfortunately, 4-1. Okay, so we'll just we get XP for this. I have a tendency to forget. That's usually 100, I believe. So we're now up to 300. 300 XP for this character. Okay, now we're back to the map. All right. Is there anything else in this room of items? Is there any items in this room? Let's see. There is nothing else in this room. Looks like it's been. There's just shelving and tables, but there's really nothing of value to find. So I'm gonna say this room is cleared out. There's just chairs and tables. It looks like it's actually some kind of throne room. There's a table here for some reason. This is a special room though. So because our character is seeing it's a throne, the special room has to have a hook of it, a hook on the narrative here, whatever narrative we got going. So I know there's a special room. There is a section for special rooms. Here we go, special room. So it's a let's roll to see what this room is. I said it's a throne room, but a crypt. Okay, it's a crypt. I think crypt makes more sense. So it's a crypt. There's a large coffin right in the middle with kind of like benches, like a kind of spread apart in the room here. So there's a one large. There's nothing on the ground. There's nothing lootable, but there is the crypt. So there is this large like stone coffin. And I think, are we interested in this? Let's see if we can make anything out of this stone, like a coffin, sarcophagus. Let's roll. This will be intelligence. 5. We don't really see anything unusual about this stone coffin. Now the guides, though, they probably have an advantage here. I'm going to say, I'm going to ask them, do you guys recognize anything in here? And they're going to look around. I'm going to give them a bonus on this one, so I'll roll 3. So it'd be a total roll. So we have 6, 5, that's a 10, so that's 11. So yep, they do indeed see something of very great value. I'm sorry, not a total, highest of the two. So that is going to be 11. 11 is a, oops, that's not my rules. 11 is a total success. Yep. They do see something, and what they see is the following. They see a spot for a jewel, not a jewel. They see a spot for a jewel, and they mentioned that, and they found it on the of the top of the large stone coffin at the very top near the wall. It was covered with spider webs and dust, so they brushed it off, and it looks like the same shape of the jewel that I have. So they look at me and they said, "This looks like the same size jewel that you have," and it's an empty hole, a spot for the jewel to go in. So I'm going to take the jewel, I'm going to put the jewel in, and when I put the jewel on the in the hole, let's see what happens. You know what? Let me get my one second, guys. I brought out some story block dice that kind of have a love-or-hate relationship with, but let's roll to see what happens in just in the general condition of the room. Let's see. Okay, this one kind of, let's just shake and see where it lands. Ladder. Oh, okay. Well, so it reveals oh, so there's a stench that's revealed, and then there is a path revealed. So when we put the jewel in, the the room shakes, and then this door right here that we didn't exactly have our eyes set on opens up. Thus, we completed the first of the special rooms. So, but then there's a large stench that blows through this path into the room. It's an odor essentially. That's why I thought of the mushrooms. It smells like just an odd stench coming from this path in. So the wind blows into the room, passing through the hall, the corridor from before, and we look both in this direction, and we now have a new, and I say stairwell, but not exactly stairwell or a ladder, but a path. That's how I just depicted that. It does make sense. So if we were to ignore this, if we didn't find anything, this door would have been locked and probably would not have been able to get through. But that's generally what I had in mind before I recorded here. I wanted to connect the blue jewel we found earlier with that. We found really so fairly simply, but with that coffin. Now we're going to go and stand at this entryway. Let's see what do we see? The usual explore die. 5, we see a danger. Okay, and then we have 4, an odor. Okay, well, yeah, we do smell the odor. Now the odor is going to be more noticeable now, more familiar. It smells like dust, and that does make sense because we had dust on top of the coffin. So there's dust over here in this path. We're going to walk slowly. No traps. Now we got to roll to see what we have here in this turn. As we turn the corner, let's roll. You know what I want to do? If you guys have ever used, I don't know it totally familiar, or like, I don't know what all the rules, or not rules, but the Mythic GM emulator guide. But I know the chaos factor, and it's usually a way to increase the chaoticness in your solo play. So what I'm going to do, because it seems that these oracles are the higher the more chaotic. So I'm going to do an advantage, or more chaotic roll. So I'm going to roll 2d6 now that we're kind of nearing the end of this adventure, the last ladder, the third of it. I'm going to roll and choose the highest for each of just these tables down here. So let's roll to see what we find as far as danger goes. So 3, I had to choose 3. Danger would be an encounter. Okay, so we have a general encounter. See, it would have been a hazard, but I chose the chaotic one. So we have an encounter. And that encounter will be there is a section here. So let's go off. Let's see what these encounters have. We have a D12, it looks like, or we have to roll a. It looks like there's 12 encounters to choose from, but there's only there's 2 through 20, 12. So I'm going to do a D12. We could just choose, but I think I'm tempted to just roll it. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. It's 2D6. Yeah, that's right. 2 through to 12. There's no one for a reason. Okay, what do we get? We get five, six, seven. Two creatures. One. Okay. One through two. One through two. Toss something between them as a game. Argue over which should receive an item between them. Are fighting another two creatures. Okay, so we're gonna want roll. It's two creatures. There's two of them. I'm gonna put a note down here for myself. There's two creatures. I really should get a whiteboard for encounters. And now we're gonna roll a d6. Oh right, we gotta roll the chaotic answer, which I don't think there's really a chaotic measurement for this. Actually, it does seem like it gets more chaotic. Okay, the highest roll will be two. Doesn't matter. It's gonna be toss something between them as a game. Oh, it's like it's two. It's two. Let's just say it's wolves. What do we got? Are there even wolves or just some creatures that are kind of mindless? They're not exactly. They're fighting over. Maybe they're looking at it. They're too. Uh, I'm thinking like they're dead. They're the undead wolves. Like they're skeletons of wolves with glowing blue eyes. So that's how I'm picturing it. Uh, there's two wolves right here, and it says toss something between them as a game. They're just standing there looking at us. So there's two wolves. They're undead wolves. I'm gonna say they're because it's an encounter. They both have four health, 4 HP per. Okay. Now, um, the whole idea of throwing something between them, not exactly a fan of, so I'm gonna skip that. And well, we could throw a ration between them to keep them occupied if they are, essentially dogs at heart. We'll throw let's throw a piece of my ration between them and see what happens. So I'm gonna roll to see if it's possible. If they go for it. Oh wow. Okay, so that is a 11. They do indeed. They get distracted by the food we throw between them, and they start fighting over it. Now, can we walk by them while they're distracted eating over like a piece of meat or something? Maybe I found earlier. Let's say we'll roll. Well, this is a distraction, so we do walk by. Okay, so we avoid an encounter here. We're gonna walk by them. Now, can the guides, let's see if the guides can pass them. Five, the first one doesn't. The second guide, oh, wow, he does. Okay, so with the rules, a 12 is a critical, a very good roll actually. So guide one is not able to cross them, and one of the dogs attacks him. The other guide is able to cross through, while well, okay, let's just say one guide crosses path. One guide is able to walk around where they're fighting over, but the other guide, while the wolves are fighting, gets pushed against the wall, and now the wolves direct their attention at the guide. So the guide has to defend himself, or we help out. So who attacks first? Let's see. So we do have an encounter now because of that failed roll. We're not going to leave them though in the dust. We attack first. Okay, so the guy does have time to fight back. Let's say, are both wolves attacking? Kind of. One is still eating the food. The other wolf is has his attention set on the guide. So guide one is in trouble, but he's going to attack first with a D6. Let's see if he can land a hit. Six, he can't. So he misses. Then the wolf. Let's see if the wolf can strike with his D4. Will it roll for attack? He gets a partial 8, so half of whatever this is. 4, that's a 2. 2 damage to the first guide, so now he's down to 3. Okay, now the guy's going to strike back. Is he able to land a hit? 5. He's not. Are we able to jump in and help? We're not able to. I think the next turn we can. So now the wolf is going to attack. He is 6/7. That is a partial. So half damage to the D4. Oh, 3. Okay, so let's say let's say 1. So now guide 1 is injured, pretty badly wounded. He's down to 2 now. And now we're going to attack. So I'm going to strike the survival. So it's not a miss. I'm going to strike the wolf, the first one. Okay, it's gonna be a weak hit, so it'll be half. 2d6 roll plus the 2. Half this value, so 6, 4, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Half of 14 is 7, so that takes off the first wolf. And then the next wolf, does the next wolf flee or does he? I'm gonna say the next wolf gets scared, so we'll do this. We'll say does the next wolf attack? 5. He still attacks, so for advantage, we're not totaling. We're doing the highest of the roll. So he hesitates, but he does attack. So the wolf attacks us. Who attacks first? It's gonna be the wolf's turn. So let's roll to see if he attacks me, most likely, because I struck him. I struck his other wolf. So that is going to be a 7. That's a half damage. So D4 at me. 1. That's nothing. I don't even have to worry about it. Now I'm going to strike back. I was hoping not to and avoid this, but I do have to defend our friends. 5, 6, 7. That's a partial. And then 2d6 for the dice, for the weapons. All right. We have 7 with my battle axe. 8, 9, 10, 11. So half of 11. We'll just say it's 6. So that second wolf, the undead wolf, is more undead than before. Collapses, the bones shatter apart. So we're able to pass that encounter. That was these 2 wolves are damaged. Okay, so guide 1's a little hurt. Hopefully we can find. Oh, I do have a healing potion. I'm going to save for myself for now. So walking down this hall, we're coming around here now. There's a door. Is this door locked? Let's see. 4. It is going to be, yes, it is locked. Now, can I open it? Oh, I don't have any lockpicks. Let's see. Is the door made of wood? Let's see. The door is not made of wood. It's made of stone. So it's a stone door. It can't be picked, most likely. So there's no keyhole. It's a solid stone door. Interesting. Okay, we're at a little impasse here. Is there any um, levers, anything around that we can see? Let's roll if we can spot anything. 6, 7, 8. We can. We spot something, but it is it's a lever, but it's partially broken off. So there is a hole for a lever, but it's broken off. So it's right here on the side near the door. It's right here. It's missing the actual lever. So what I can do is grab my sword and put the sword in and try to, manually open the door with it. So I put my sword in. We'll have to do a test here. I think this would be strength, but we don't have any strength modifiers. So this would be athletic. So let's roll 2d6. 6, 7. We're partially successful. We put our sword in. We push up as hard as possible, but the uh, the door only opens about a few feet up off the ground. Now, when it opens, what happens? Let's see. 5, danger. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot the chaotic moment. So it's danger anyways. Chaotic roll 5 or 4 is the highest value. There's a monster, so it's a little one. Maybe one monster crawls under the door, which is really interesting. So tier 1. All right, it's a monster. I roll. Yeah, it's a tier 1 monster. Okay, 1. I'm gonna say it's just a spider because we had spider webs from earlier. So it's a spider. A spider pops up below the door. The spider health will be. Let's see, we'll erase this. We don't need this anymore. There we go. The spider's health will be D6 based on the attack value of it. So it's going to be a D6 damage. I just realized we don't need to do that. So what I'm going to do is track the enemy health with a dice, basically. And if it's higher, we'll use bigger dice. So that's the enemy health right in the corner. This way I can avoid wasting paper. Keep on wasting space on my paper here. So okay, that works. So we're dealing with a spider. Okay. Who attacks first? Let's see. It's an equal strike, so we both attack. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say we win that one with the bout because we strike first. So usually equal to or greater than we strike first. All right, put the D4s back, and then we have our three dice here. All right, so we're going to attack. Let's see if we can land a hit. We can 10. That's a okay. That's a good hit. That's a full hit. Now I'm gonna do my battle axe. It has a. Let's see what I can do. Might be able to finish off in one go. I do. 5, 6, 7. Yep, it's gone. So we defeat the spider, squashed it. Oops, I do need that dice. There we go. Switch that one with that. Put the two there. Okay, there we go. Good. So we killed that spider. It's been defeated. And now we're going to crawl underneath the. We'll crawl underneath the. So I sense a few feet. We won't have to worry about rolling for that. We could roll for it. Let's say we'll each roll for it. Survival will be. It won't be a miss. Okay. Wow. I do indeed crawl. I crawl. Able to crawl successfully. Let's do the first guy. Good rolls today. 7, 8. Okay. The first guy makes it through. Partially. He probably. Whoops. He makes it through partially. The second one also partially makes it through. So what can be the complication here? I'm going to say that the spider, when we killed the spider, it spilled a poison. So now that poison's on the ground, and they both got infected. So they both just deal one damage. So both guides are now down one damage. Uh, guide one is at one, and guide two is at four. So they are hurt. Or guide one is definitely hurt. Okay, so they did get hurt. We're now going to continue on and make a left here. Let's roll to see what we happens before this last door. Let's roll a chaotic roll, so the higher the worse. 5 is the highest roll, so 5 is gonna be a danger. What do we encounter? Let's see. 2d6 as usual. Oh, 6. We encounter a beast. Okay, so there's a big guy right here. We encounter a tier 2 monster. Like I said, chaotic roll. This chaotic monster will be the following. I'm thinking we're near the top of the list for any of these three possibilities. So 2 for the chaotic one. Okay, so not as bad as I was thinking. Um, oh, Shadow. I like the Shadow one. That's pretty cool. Shadow is going to be okay. Let's get some dice ready for it. Shadow is 2d4. Okay, that's not bad. Expecting worse. Unnatural. Does make sense. We're near the end of the dungeon here potentially, and his health is going to be 2d4 is 8. So we'll do an 8er. There's my 8. All right, so he has 8 health. There we go. Okay, yes, 8 health. Okay, so the shadow is just kind of guarding the doorway as it sees us. Do we attack or does it attack first? Let's see. It attacked first. Okay, it's it kind of we turn the corner and it's just automatically rushing us and it attacks first. Let's see if it can land a hit on us. You know what? I should be using a D8 red for our friend here as the enemy. That makes more sense, right? Okay, so let's see if it can strike us. Does it get a hit? It gets a partial hit, so 5, 6, 7. So half damage of whatever we roll here to me, most likely. And what was the first one to take a hit? 4, so 2. -2 armor, so no damage. It crashes into my shield, even though it's a shadow, it has a physical presence. My turn to strike. I'm going to do my 2d6. 5, 6, 7. That's a partial, so half damage for 2d6. Battle axe plus the math. So 8. Let's All right, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's going to be 6 damage to the shadow, and the shadow is now down to 2. 2 damage. Okay. So now it's the do the guides want to attack? I'm going to say they don't because they're hurt. So we'll roll a disadvantage for that for this Oracle question. They oh, they do want to attack. Okay, they're brave. So six is the yes, the blue's yes. Now let's roll for guide one. He's a little hurt, so but he does land a hit. Okay, he lands a hit. That's gonna be nine. That is a partial, so that's gonna be half damage, and he does d6 plus one at the shadow. Okay, one. Okay, so two, but one. So now the shadow is down to one last hit point. Okay, now it's the other guide's turn. Let's see how he does. Five, that's a miss, unfortunately. Now it's the monster's turn. So he's gonna roll his attack. Through the three, the monster misses. It's my turn. It's our turn. Nice, I get a perfect. Okay, great. That means it will drop something. So now we'll just roll for damage. And that's plenty. Yeah, we won't have to calculate it. We know we need to get it. So Shadow's been defeated. Not the most powerful villain, but it did take some hits. And it drops some loot. Let's roll this one and see what it drops. Ooh, okay, now it drops a ring. That's what I was hoping for earlier. It drops a ring of light. So ring, actually, let's see what kind of ring it drops. Whoops, Butterfingers. What kind of ring does it drop? Ooh, this ring works to open mechanisms. It can open door. It opens things when you point at it. So it's a ring of force. So basically, what this does, the ring of force. Think of it like the Schwartz from Spaceballs. When you point it, it basically just interacts with whatever you're pointing it at, and it opens up. So that a door or something. So I like that. The gears kind of works out the narrative. Um, okay, now let me get some little water break. Okay, so I like that was great. Worked out pretty well. So now we're at the one of the last final doors. And is this door locked? We just have to do the general chaotic roll. Three. It is no, it's unlocked, thankfully. After defeating the shadow, the door opens up to reveal the following. Oh yeah, I did my chaotic roll. The following gets revealed. Ooh, another danger. Okay, what is this danger going to be? Six. Another monster appears. Okay, we have another encounter. Makes sense. The door opens up to reveal a troll. I'm going to see it's a troll. That makes total sense. So the troll's going to be 2d6 damage. So we already have 2d6 set aside. That's 12. So let's get our D12 out red. Where's my D12 red? There it is. D12 red. No, that's a D. I don't see a D12 red anywhere. Here it is. D12 red. Yep. 12. So that the highest health for its roll potential. Right there, so you guys can see it. I hope you guys can see it. Don't have the best camera in the world, but it definitely works for the basics. Um. Okay, so yeah, a troll is guarding the door, then turns around to look at us as we look up. And we are just astonished by the size of this thing. It's right here. There's a troll right there. And I'd say it's an equal bout. So let's roll to see who attacks first. We do, luckily. So, okay, we get the first strike. The troll, like I said, it has a 2d6. Let's clarify this. Yep, 2d6 roll plus 2. Can't forget. I'm sorry, d6 plus 2. No, no way. Okay, I'm still going to give it health of 12. That makes more sense for how far we in here. Because it was a tier, yeah, it's a tier 2 creature. Okay, I'm gonna say it is a 12 health for this guy. So, okay, we attack first. I'm gonna strike it. Six, that's been nine. That's a partial, which means I roll for damage. It'll be half damage to it. That's still pretty good. 11, and then 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 will say 7.5, so we'll say 8. So 8 damage to the troll. We strike it in the gut. I'm gonna find my 8 here somewhere. Where are you? 8 damage. Where are you? There you go. There he is. Okay, 8 is right there. Okay. Now, do the guides want to attack? I'm going to say they don't. They do not attack. They hesitate and they stand back. So they are rightfully standing back. So now it's the It's the troll's turn. He's going to roll for attack, and he does do a strike of partial with me. Okay, so and he's going to be a D6 plus two. So whatever he rolls plus two. So four damage to us. I blocked two of that with my armor, so now I'm down to 10. Okay. Do I have anything in my inventory that'll be useful here? Oh yeah, I forgot to remove the glowing jewel, the blue jewel I had from earlier. Gotta move that. Gotta get rid of that. I have jewel protection. Oh right, I have jewel protection. That's plus one armor. I forgot. So I'm back to. I'm sorry, I forgot to keep that in mind. I forgot to activate it. So I'm gonna say I keep it my health at 10. I messed up. I forgot about that. And even the shadow fight. I don't think we took damage in the shadow fight. Don't remember. But okay, I activate my jewel protection. So now we have. Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. The jewel protection was always considered. I changed the armor from that. Okay, never mind. I apologize. Armor was default plus the one from the jewel. So we're good. Let's see. I'll just do a regular attack with my battle axe. 2d6. Six. It's a. Oh yeah, survival. So it's a half damage. Yeah, let's see what we get. Five, six. Then that's gonna be four of the total additions. So 10. So that's five damage. So let's see. Five minus eight. Maybe that's me three. There you are. Three. Okay. It's down to three. All right. So now it attacks. It's a miss. Okay. That's our turn. Nice. We got partial again. A lot of partials. Nine. So we're rolling for damage. Seven. Okay. Plus four. So that's gonna be 11. Half 11. We'll say it's six. So we get it. Yep. We defeat the troll. Troll collapses on the ground. It's been defeated. And then, yep. Plus two. So yeah, we defeated the troll. It collapses on the ground, and now we're at this impasse. We have these two paths to take. Either go this way, we either go this way, or we go down this way, which goes back to the main entrance. But it is unexplored, so we have to wait. We just have to decide what to do. So because this is one of the first instances when we come across well, after everything our characters have been through, it's more so I think a flip of the coin. So what do we encounter when we in this space here? That's we got to do a chaotic roll. Three, a discovery. Okay, about time we have a discovery instead. Let's see. Discovery doesn't exactly have a chaotic scale to it, so I'll just do 1d6. Three, a feature. Okay, so what is it we find? Is there a feature list? Let's do the story block. Let's do this one. A feature. Something very, okay, spooky, something very discerning. Okay, what is it going to be though? I'm gonna grab this one. What is very discerning? No, it makes us angry. Okay. At first, we are very, a backpack. Something is covered up. There is something that we see that makes our guides angry. So, uh, we're we're scared. We're basically frightened to see whatever we're looking at. And the guides, they are angry for some reason, and they see a backpack right here. I'm going to say the backpack is near the north end, and it's on the ground with a dead body. So um, we can tell it's a snake person. I think this is their. I think this is a friend who's been killed, and they were in here looking for him. So I'm going to talk to the guide to say that is that one of you, basically? Is that one of your own? And they agree, they say yes, that's why we're here. We've been looking for him. So they found him, but he's dead, unfortunately, and that makes them very angry. So they're thinking whoever killed him is behind those doors. That's north. So we're not fixing it on the south anymore. We're walking up. They're going to tend to him to see if he dropped anything, if there are any markings. Do they deduce anything? Let's say seven, kind of. They kind of do. What do they notice? Let's see what they notice. something that makes him more angry, obviously. And what is it going to be? A large creature killed him. Okay, so an elephant. A large creature killed him, which means that he was like stepped on. He was like not stepped on, but he's basically he has large scratch marks and his whole body's torn apart by a very obviously large creature of sorts. So that is very concerning for us. That's why they're angry. They just hate to see him killed. Now, okay, so I'm going to use. I obviously tell them that well, whatever is behind this door killed your friend here, so let's heal up. But I only have a healing potion for one person. So I'm gonna split the healing potion into two. So we roll it's a 2d4, it's a d4 plus 2. I'm gonna give it to our comrade, our guides, because they're angry now, so probably they're more motivated. So let's roll for heal. 4, perfect, 6. So the first guide gets healed by 6. So now we'll split them up between the two. So 6, that's 3 per. So first one is gonna be back up to 4, and the next guide 2 will be healed up to 7. So for guide 1 is 4, guide 2 is 7. And they used it. I'm not going to heal right now. Um, I think 10 health is going to be. I can take a short rest. We can try that and heal at least half. So, or I can consume a ration to equal to or greater than what we currently have. So I'm going to consume a ration, and that'll roll two hit dice of 2d6. Oh, I forgot to get promoted or level up. So that troll gave us 400, so or 100 XP. So four. Actually, the troll like that might be more than that might be definitely more than 100. I'm gonna say 200 for that. So now we're up to 500, and I don't remember if we leveled up for the shadow. I'm gonna say we did. If I forgot, I'm just gonna say we're at 600 now. So just kind of fudging it for the moment. We're at 600 HP, so we're 400 away from leveling up. Okay, so I'm gonna eat a ration, which is my last one left. I have one more left. Okay, good. So, and the healing potion's been used. So I have to erase that from the sheet. Okay. So we eat the ration. We have two hit dice to roll with, plus the 6 from our hardy. And oh, sorry, that's red. There we go for blue. All right, here we go. All right, blue. So we have, let's see, uh, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus a 6. So that's 13. We're back at 13 health total, equal to or greater than what we already roll. All right, I'll take it. There we go. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So is this door locked? Most likely it is. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do the worst of the worst. So let's roll for it. 3. It is actually unlocked. Okay, interesting. The door opens up, and what do we see? What do we see in this room? It's going to be a 3. We discovery. Okay, discovery will be there is no chaotic moment for discovery. 6. It's passive. Okay, so we spot something right in the entrance of the doorway, right here in the entrance. Passive. What would be passive? Let's roll the block. See what we get. An egg. Oh, interesting. Eggs. We see. Actually, I like that. Eggs. We see spider eggs kind of growing around the path here, glowing blue, kind of being radiating with blue. It's a strange, like, kind of spider eggs right here. We're walking slowly through it. It's really awkward, really weird. And then what do we find in this room? So this is a special room. We have to roll for a d6. So let's see what it is. A 3. It's a ritual crypt. It's a ritual. I'm going to go with this third option. So there is a ritual. There is basically a large hex right here, hex shape with candles, the usual like a cult, kind of burning. And is there anybody inside here? I'm going to say, let's roll for chaotic. Is there anybody inside? We'll roll advantage for yes. There is indeed several people here. So look at that. So there is several members, whoever these are, there's 4 of them inside. all around this strange hex of candles on the floor, and there's one person in the middle. So there's five total people, but four potentially enemies. I think the fifth person is a captive. We're looking. No, I'm sorry, not a person. It's the sword that we're looking for. What we found here is the holy weapon that is being endowed with dark magic. So it's right here. It's basically stabbed into the ground, and there's a magical hex around it with these four cloaked individuals praying at it. So how do they react to seeing us? That's the thing. We gotta figure out. We gotta figure that out. Now, what dice do I have for that? Okay, let's pull our dice out. I'm going to say that these are going to be, let's roll for five to see who these people are. One, skeletons, unnatural. They're okay, I like that. They're all skeleton. Acolytes, perhaps. Let's see. I'm just doing a little refresher. My memory here. I'm going to say they're combined. They're basically skeleton acolytes. They're dead skeleton. They're dead acolytes. They're in robes. They're skeleton. Skeletons' eyes are blooming blue with blue flames coming out of them. They're wearing very dark red clothing, and they are all praying to whatever this item is. So while we walk in, do they notice us? Most likely they do. So we'll do an advantage for yes. Do they notice us? They do. That's a big yes. And what is their reaction to us? Let's roll for advantage. Two, indifferent. They're not sure what to make of us. Perhaps because we have this they all I say two of them look at us, but I see the weapon. Now, okay, we're at impact here. They look at us with indifference. I'd say these two closest to us turn to us while the other two in the back are praying to the item. The sword, the holy weapon sword we've been looking for. And the walls are pulsating with a root system growing out of the sword from the ground as it gets larger. So we have to go grab that sword, pull it out before it completely destroys the entire area. Maybe this sword is causing a huge infestation or a magical disruption in the exterior, in the outside world, outside the cave, and the source of the darkness is coming from here. So I tell the guides, there's the sword, we got to get it. So I'm going to run in, and while I run in, I'm going to have to. This be tough. I can strike the first skeleton on the right. So let's say I try that. Let's roll for attack. I think these four are gonna be hostile. These we're attacking first essentially. So 'cause I don't think these are friendlies. I'm gonna strike the first skeleton that I see. So they won't give out the sword without a fight. So narratively, it's probably not the best choice. But I'm gonna run in. I tell the other guys to attack the other three. They hold them off. So here we go. I'm gonna attack the first one. And all these will be these skeletons will be D6. So I don't think I have 3 6 with that. So let's roll. They all will be I need one more red D6. I think I have another red D6. I do. So yep, I got four red D6. Here we go. Okay. So we'll track their health uh on the document here. So four, so they all have six. This will be a tough battle. We'll try to line it up as they are on the map here. Okay, and I'll just use these blue dice for everything else, for us even. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to strike this first one here. Okay, striking him. It's a partial. 6 7. No, oh yeah, it's a partial. 6 7 8. I'll roll my attack, my 2d6 for my battle axe. Jewel of protection. Yep. So 6 7, and then plus the 4 bonus. So that is 11. Half of that, we'll say it's 7. So the first skeleton's been defeated. And then the guides will go after this guy. The first guide will go after him. He'll attack. Does he get a hit? He does not. He misses. The next guy will go after this one. Nope, that's a miss. Okay, so now they attack. This guy will attack me. Let's see how he does. He gets a miss. 6 7 7 8 9. Yep, I'm sorry, that's a partial. So his damage is just a d6. We'll just use this one. Half that is 3, so I negate 2 of that. I take 1 damage. Okay, so then this one is going to attack the nearest guide. So he'll roll for attack. Oh, yeah, he lands. Actually, that's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a partial. Okay, rolling for damage. D6. 4. Okay, so the first guide. Ooh, okay, it's half, right? It's partial. So our first guide is down back to 2. Then this third one is going to attack uh, guide 2. He lands a partial. 6, 7, 8. We're going to roll for damage. That's 2. So 4 minus, that's half. So he's down to 5. Okay, now I'm going to strike this skeleton right here. Okay, roll for attack. Always a miss, or I can't miss. 7, that's a partial. Okay, here's for damage. We're considering half. 7, then that plus 4 is 11. So half of that is going to be 7, we'll just say. No, I'm sorry. Half of that will be 6. Or should be, yeah, it'll be 6. So this one's been defeated. One hit KO. And now it's our guide's turn. So guide will attack this one here. Rolling for attack. So I'm going to say, yep, it's a partial. What damage does he do with his d6? 1. Guide 1 has, sorry, he has an axe d6 plus 1, so that's a 2, but it's half, so it's 1. So this guy goes down to 5. I'm sorry, it was attacking this one. Oops, flipped him over by mistake. There we go. Okay, now guide 2 will attack this one. All right, and that is a partial. So and then he lands. He has a general d6 for attack. That's half, so 1. So he's also down to 5. Okay, so this one's going to attack me. Let's roll for attack. See how they do. 7, that's a partial. He'll roll a d6 for attack. It'd be a 1, but can't really do half of 1, so I'll just take. I have 2 armor, so it wouldn't matter. So my shield blocks it. This guy's going to attack me. 3, that's a miss. All right, now it's my turn. I'm going to attack just either of these two, really. They both have the same health. That is a partial, so we'll roll for damage. If we have 5, so 9 total. So half of 9 we'll say it's 4. So I'm going to take this one down to 1. Okay, and then the guides will attack. They're going to guide 1 will attack this one here. He is a miss, unfortunately. The other guide 2 will attack this guy. That is also a miss. Okay, now it's their turn. They're going to attack me. That's a miss. Guide the other one will attack. Ooh, and that's a full hit. They're going to attack one of the guides. So that is a full hit. Rolling for damage. 2. He'll attack guide 2. Guide 2 is now down to 3. Okay, so guide 3 is down to 3. Guy 2 is down to 3, sorry. All right, now it's our turn. Oh my gosh, I'm so, God, oh no, I don't know why I just did that. Oh gosh, 5-1, I'm so sorry. I totally just moved that. Okay, whatever. I think that's where they left off. All right, I'm gonna tag the highest value. I'm sorry if I messed that up. That's a reflex of mine. Okay, I get a hit. 9, that's a partial. And then we'll roll for damage. Half of whatever we're rolling, 2d6. That's a 8 plus the 4, that's 12. Half of that 6. We take out this guy, so 1 left. The guides attack. One of the guides will attack. Miss. Guide 1 misses. Guide 2 gets a hit. Partial. Rolling for damage. Come on. 3. Half of that, we'll say it's 2. Either 1, 2, or 1, doesn't matter. We defeat the skeletons blocking the protecting whatever that was. So they've been defeated. And now, after defeating the skeletons, their prayers have stopped. And let's see what happens. Okay, things. Okay, I don't know how to read that. Monkey. All right, whatever. Loot. Okay, they drop loot. Monkey. Yeah, I'm gonna say that I like the loot one better. So they drop loot. How much loot do they drop? Let's see. They drop just one item. We'll say one item. They drop. Oh, of course, reward. They drop gold. That's perfect. I'm gonna say they drop 50 gold, 50 silver pieces, as this world seems to use. So um, I split up with the three, so we'll say 15, 30. We'll say 20. I'll take 20. So they'll take 30, 40. We'll say 20. I'm trying to do the math here in my head. We'll say 20, 15, 35, 60. Okay, so yeah, they'll take we'll say 60 go 60 silver pieces. Yeah, okay, so I'll take 20, they take the rest. So now I have 27 silver pieces. Okay, good. And now we're gonna have to take the sword. So here's how it's gonna work. We gotta get the sword and that'll be the complete of the quest. We'll complete the quest. It's about an hour now in the video, so I need to get this done, unfortunately. Um, we'll do a strength check, but with the help of the guides, that gives us an additional roll for total. So this will be a strength check with we can't and we're using athletics. Here we go. Now it's pathetic. So total roll 4, 5, 6. Like it's barely we barely managed to get it out, but it's only partial out. So we're pulling the sword out, but it's resisting us. So we're pulling it out, the room is shaking, and I'm gonna say that we take some damage because the room shakes, the ceiling starts to crumble. We do pull the sword out, but we get hit with some stones. So let's see how we all get hurt. I'll do 3d6 at all of us. Okay, 5. So we'll say 6. Let's do a damage roll of the rock. So this is the damage roll the rock's damage to us. It's a partial. Okay, so it's only half. Here's the damage roll for each of us. 4, 2. So I get 4 damage. 8. Unfortunately, guide 1 has been killed. He only had 2, so he gets knocked out, or not knocked out, he gets crushed by a large boulder. His comrade screams, then but however 2, guide 1 has 1 left out, and he gets his legs get crushed by the same boulder rolls on him. So I'm gonna think a large boulder like Indiana Jones is basically right here and opens up and chases us. But we have the sword, the holy sword. So I'm gonna say we run out of there, and the boulder stops at the wall, and we have successfully left and escaped the dungeon. I'm gonna leave it there. That's the end of Maximus Dungeon. Will I come back to this character? Perhaps. I like the character. Um, he's a fighter, but I'm not gonna go this route here. We're going basic escape back. We're dealing with enough, so we know this route is clear, and I think we are done from here. So there we go, guys. That is Maximus Dungeon. Two-parter. Yep, two-parter. And we escaped the holy weapon with sacrifice. We lost a guide. We took some damage, but we did get some interesting loot. So there you have it. That's it for the video, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed this traditional tabletop, and I'll see you guys next time on 8:30 RPG.